Hello, Professor. There we go. Oh. There we go. That is my handwriting. So here are all of the 9 sources I used in my essay. So in this one, I chose pages, 22 to 25, because I feel like this was the key moment in his childhood that really taught him about humanity and caring for others. And the ironic part was it was chickens, not humans. The next source I chose was page 27, when he was introduced to the Bible. This was another important aspect in his life, but he still related it back to the chickens. To him, it was just as important as the chickens, or to tell the chickens as he learned it. So he preached to the chickens and awoken like a sense of preaching inside of him, a sense of teaching and telling. The next source I used was when he went on the trip to Buffalo. In this one, we see a totally stark contrast of how he feels towards chickens. This one, he's kind of indifferent towards chickens. And what he realizes here at the end of page 45 is the reason he's so indifferent is because he doesn't know them. He's not really close to them because they've been in the store. He just met them. The next source I used in the adolescent part, the most important event, I think, was when he was first introduced to Martin Luther King. Dr. King was a role model to him. He was his inspiration for doing everything he's done so far. And we see this in the next source on pages 58 and 59. When Rosa Parks gets arrested, we see Martin Luther King doing a boycott of the buses for around a year, for more than a year, actually. And we see here at the bottom of page 59 that he is inspired, that he knows he could do more as a minister. The next source from his adolescence was when he met this man right here, Jim Lawson. Jim Lawson had the same sense of nonviolence and acts that Martin Luther King did. He talked about the evil of racism, of poverty and war, went over that. And we can see here he still related to Martin Luther King. Through all of these sources, he still relates it back to the first one I said, because that's his role model, his inspiration, his sense of going. Now, in his adulthood, it was a little tricky, but the one I chose was on page 93, when he did his very first sit-in. As we can see in this picture, it's very dark, very ominous. We could just see his nervousness and he's just unsettled, rattled, and terrified. This, I feel, was the most important, was because it was the first step in being involved in the movements. In the previous ones, he just heard about it, he was inspired, and he mainly about feelings and listening and being a part of it like this. But now he's really a part of the movement and participating in it. And the next one, we see the aftermath after he gets arrested and he goes to court. This was a key event because we see other people, other amazing lawyers coming to their defense, not even charging a dime. They're not doing this for money. They're doing this for the bigger picture, the big cause, their message that they want to send. This is a sense of, I guess, security, feeling, hey, I'm not alone in this, and I have people by my side ready to defend me. And the last source I chose was on page 108 and 109. The reason I chose this one was because of the people here, down here, on page 108, yelling, "Jail, no bail." The reason for that is because they feel that paying these fines, as this lady says, is just supporting the injustice and immoral practices. So they would rather be in jail, spend the time locked away, than supporting something that goes against their message. And it works. It works. On page 109, we see the mayor eventually release all the people he put in prison. So those were all the sources I chose, but I had 3 main ones and kind of like 2 ones that were important, but not as important as the ones that I first mentioned. Thank you for listening.